Now today, I'm going to help teach you guys who use the Homebrew channel on the Wii legally, by the way, with legal backups. No illegal shit. We don't want to get the police and the popo called. But anyway, you want to use the Wii for, backups for Gamecube games. You have Nintendo, you have USB GX, you have USB config, and Wii Flow. But you have a problem. You don't want to use your Wii memory, your Gamecube memory card, and you have a lot of saves on there, and you want to back them up, and then use them with the aforementioned emulators. Well, today we're going to do the Nintendo, because it took me forever to find this. There's only 2 threads on it in the entire Google Internet, and they didn't have a video with it, and it was very, very confusing. Today I'm going to make a video, share it with your friends that are having the same problem. You want to back up your GameCube memory card files and have them on the emulator, so you don't need the memory card. Using I believe it's NMM, which is no memory emulation. Alright, so let's start up Nintendo as such. There's Nintendo. If you have your game saved to a USB or SD card, whatever you pick, load it up. Now look at this. Make sure you go to B settings and you're looking for mem card emulation. Make sure mem card emulation is turned on. Otherwise this video is pointless to you. Alright, which game do I have? All these are my legal ones. And I'm going to try Agent Under Fire. I can't remember if I have a file or not for that. Make sure you keep the game ID in mind. Now make sure, here we go, we're going to go to load game, aka load mission on James Bond, and continue. Now look at this, it says Nintendo GameCube memory card inserted into memory card slot A contains no valid save files. Look at this. My Wii does not have a GameCube memory card in it. So what we're going to do is, now we're going to make sure you have an app called GCMM like I mentioned earlier. Load it up, you're going to need it in order to get the backup save files off of your memory card. Alright, it's going to ask you if you have an SD or USB, whichever you want to use. I usually just put on whatever I have my games on. That's a USB. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hit the raw backup. It is right there. If you're using a GameCube controller, it's L and Y. If you're using a Wii remote, it's B and minus. Hit raw backup, let it back it up, and then unplug your USB or SD, whichever you use with your games, and plug it into your computer. We're going to do that right now. Alright, now once you have it plugged into your computer, you're going to open it up and click on the MC backup folder, which will be created with the RAW. These are all my other backups from individual backups. You don't need those. You're looking for the RAW file. It'll say .raw. It's usually the date, and you're going to take this and open up your device again and go to the saves folder. Alright, and then you're going to move the raw save over to the save folder. Now you have your game ID, right? If you're not sure, it looks something like this when you go to load the game. GCW7E69 for James Bond Agent Under Fire. Now what you're going to do is you're going to type in the first up to GW7E if you're using Agent Under Fire or any other game, and leave the last 2 numbers off, because that's the mistake I made when I was going through this, and it will not bring up your saves at all. So make sure you get GW7E, and that's all you need. You don't need the last 2 digits on any game.